Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel. The channel where I like to talk about the good, the bad, the properties, and everything we have to know about the life in Italy. So let's start with today's video. Today's video, I go back to this hot topic, which is called Jus Sanguinis. For the citizenship, for the Italian citizen to acquire the Italian citizenship by blood, so by all the Italians who in the last 150 years emigrated abroad, in particular to America. I'm going back to this topic. So, Jus Sanguinis, the title is Jus Sanguinis versus Jus Soli. Now, let me explain you shortly. Anyway, I said already, the sanguinis is to acquiring the Italian citizenship by blood, so by all the Italians who left Italy during the last 150 years. And Jus Soli is about giving citizenship to all the immigrants who moved to Italy. Anyway, they can apply for the Italian citizenship after 10 years living in Italy. All right, so now in today's video, I don't know if I have to start from the beginning or should I start from the end, because it's a hot topic and you'll see where I want to bring you. Anyway, so let's start. Let's start from this referendum that we have the 8th and the 9th of June. So I'll make it shortly. So basically, in these 2 days, Italian people will be called to go to vote, and there are five referendums. Let's say there are different tasks. 4 of these, it's about the rights of the workers. So from this point of view, it should be a good thing to go to vote, because it seems like, I didn't read much, but it seems like people should go to vote for that. But then they put a 5th question. Yeah, so 4 questions are about the rights of the workers, and 1 question is about to shorten the Italian citizenship for the immigrants who move to Italy from 10 years down to 5 years. Now, here it opens a a few questions, let's say, because from one side we see that what the government decided to stop the jus sanguinis, so to make it harder for the Italian who left Italy to get the Italian citizenship, all right? And then from the other side, we see that the Italian, I'm not saying the Italian government, because this question in the referendum wasn't brought to the attention by the government, but there is a part of the Italian politicians who want to shorten these times. And why? Mainly this is from the opposition. Why the opposition wants to shorten this time from 10 years to 5 years? Because they know that if this question is going to pass, more immigrants will have the right to go to vote for the elections, for the prime minister election. That will come in the next 2-3 years. So when this government will be at the end of the cycle, then we go to vote. Now, if this law is passing, if this question in the referendum is passing, the opposition knows that they will get more votes and more chances to win the elections, because the immigrants will remember that this benefit from 10 to 5 years was given by the opposition. So the opposition is calculating that they might have more votes from the immigrants, who will remember that they can acquire the citizenship only in 5 years instead of 10. And then they will have the right to vote, and they will give the vote to the opposition, and the opposition will have the chance to go and to win the elections, and then to have the majority in the parliament and to elect the prime minister from the opposition. So for me, this is the dirty calculation that the opposition have done. Okay, stop. Let's go back 1 second. So from one side, again, we have these cuts towards the Italian who left during the year, so to not give the Italian citizenship by blood, so jus sanguinis. Now I'm not entering into the details of the jus sanguinis simply because I'm not a lawyer, I don't study this topic, it's not the subject that I'm mainly focused, but it's to simply understand the dynamics. So we see that the government anyway is putting the hands on this law simply to not give the Italians who left to have the right to apply for the Italian citizenship. Okay. Then from the other side, we have this opposition who wants to give the right to apply for the citizenship instead of 10 down to 5. Now, let's make the picture, this frame, a tiny bit more in the details, because there are two factors extremely important about the Italian nation. And which one is it one of the most important? I'm telling you now. So the birth rate. Now, in Italy, we have one of the lowest birth rates, all right, in all the Western countries. So in all the countries in the, let's say, in the West, so when I say the West, I mention Europe, United States, Australia, Canada, Japan, the most developed countries. Let's call it like this. So the most developed countries, Italy is one of the countries who has the lowest birth rate. So, and is in constant decline. So it's now I have it in front of me that the birth rates per women, so let me translate in English 1 second here. So the birth rates per woman in Italy in 2022 is 1.24 children. So now these are the statistics. Now technically, to not have a depopulation, we should have 2.2. So I think we are per woman. So should be 2.2 births per woman. But in 2022, the last statistics show that we are at 1.24. I think now we are even less, because that was 2022. 2025, I might guess we are around 1.16 or 1.18 births per woman. So this is a matter of fact. This is a fact that the population is, there are no births. The nativity rates are the birth rates are very low. So we might guess that there will be a decline of the population of Italy. And this is the first thing that I wanted to bring to your attention. So first, very low population. The second one, and I'm gonna read you now this a little paragraph. The numbers of Italians moving abroad is increasing and represents an increasingly significant phenomenon. Istat, which is the institution in Italy for the statistic, Istat data shows that in 2024, almost 500,000 Italians left the country, with a 20% increase compared to the previous year. So if it's a 20% increase, means in 2023 were 400,000, and now with a 20% increase, we are 500,000. But this is a shocking number. If I'm thinking that 500,000 of Italians are leaving Italy each year, that's shocking. That's shocking. So an increase compared to the previous year. Most of the immigrants moved to Europe, 55.8%, and America, 38.8%. Now, we are entering a bit for me, this is a bit a dissonance. I will call it even cognitive dissonance, because there are things that even my brain now has problems to process. Because, so, from one side, I see that the Italians who were born in Italy, the young generations, want constantly leave the country. So the country is depopulating because young people are leaving. The country is depopulating because the birth rates per woman is very low. Not even the immigrants wants to stay in Italy, because this is another topic that I discussed in a few videos before, that where with the majority of the immigrants that I'm in touch, that I'm talking to, their dream is not to stay here. The dream is like the dream of the Italian people who are moving to other countries in Europe. Also, the dream of these immigrants in Italy is to not stay in Italy. Now, this means that in Italy we're gonna have a serious and a big issue with the population. Now, let me bring to your attention that the majority of the comments under the few videos that I made about the jus sanguinis, so all these videos that been watched the majority by people who wanted to apply for the Italian citizenship, they're all pointing and they're all stating that, come on, we don't understand. Italy is depopulating and they want to stop us from applying for the citizenship, which we are Italians. Okay, this video, I think more than in English, should be made in Italian, but I refuse to make videos in Italian. For me, I speak English because I want to talk to the world. Then I know, because Italians are not mainly watching this video, and Italians are brainwashed in another way, that they see danger everywhere. Now, the problem of the Italians is that they see the danger, immigrants are a danger, and we can say that. But even the Italian who were born abroad by Italians who left Italy, they are seen as a danger. Most of the Italian, they see it like, oh, come on, they will come here, they will steal our job, there's no job, they will see. So Italians for me are a bit brainwashed. So that's why I don't see the point at all to talk and to refer to Italians. I would like maybe for the Italians who were born abroad to speak loudly, to point to this government, but not only to this government, to all the Italians. Listen, we are Italians. We descend by Italians. And is it not better to have Italians born by Italians returning to Italy than any immigrant who can come here and settle? I mean, I'm not against that anyway. I'm for the freedom of movement. So if people like to move to Italy, doesn't matter which country, they should respect, obviously, the culture, the law, all these things are the basics. I'm not saying to go against the culture. But we see that there is someone, even in the West itself, that wants to destroy the culture of each nationality. I mean, nobody can deny this. We all see that there is this trend to destroy the culture of a nationality. So, going back, so Italians who are born in Italy, see a problem even from the Italians who are Italians by descent, because anyway, they don't consider Italians. Someone told them, listen, these people who left are not anymore Italians, okay? They are coming here, they will occupy Italy like the immigrants. They don't distinguish, they are not able to see the difference. Now, making these videos helped me a lot myself to understand that these people are Italian. Then they might not be fully 100% Italian, but how many couples in Italy are not anymore 100% Italian? Okay, I'm married and my wife is not Italian, so, but I live in Italy. So, but then if I have children, I don't have children, but if I have children, my children will not be 100% Italian. They will be 50% Italian and 50% another nationality, even if we're born, even if the child was born in Italy. So it's a very, very twisted and turned topic, because Obviously, it's always the way the things are shown to the people, obviously always to go one against each other, never to unite, never to put people together, but always to divide, which I'm against personally, to divide. But then my final question is, so is Italy doing anything to improving this situation from the depopulation point of view? All right. So it seems like they don't have any interest because they're not helping families to have more kids. There are no benefits. These little benefits that are given, they just make the people laugh because the life is so expensive. And to have a child nowadays, you need to have money because you don't want to have a child growing in poverty. Who wants this? Nobody. So it's not doing anything to improve. I would give 1,000 euro a month for each child that was born. Doesn't matter. I mean, to Italians, obviously, I would like to say, okay, then everyone is gonna say, you are mad to give 1,000 euro. No, money has to give. Money is printed from nothing. Money is printed from thin air. Give it as thin air to everyone. No, I have to work. My work has to be underpaid, underrated. My life has to be difficult. And people are taking for normal these things that we have to be underrated, underpaid, that we have to struggle. And because we are struggling, we are not having children. Okay, I'm going a bit too far anyway. Anyway, it's not doing anything to improve the situation from the birth rates point of view. It's not doing anything to stop this exodus of Italians. Let's use the word diaspora, exodus of Italians, 500,000 of Italians that are leaving Italy each year. It's not a topic, it's a drama. This is a huge drama to have. And then, obviously, I like to make videos on this channel because I like the idea that because Italy is depopulating, I mean, I wish that there are people from all over the world. In particular, I like the idea of intelligent people. I like the idea of skillful people who can come here and can bring their knowledge and their know-how, and they can build up things in Italy because Italy is a beautiful country. But again, so I see that there are obstacles in any way for this country to improve. And it seems like governments from one side and from one other side, they are not doing anything at all to improve this situation. You see, in this video, I started from very far, from the soli, sanguinis, referendum, but then I wanted to bring you here to the fact that nothing has been done and nobody's doing anything to stop this exodus, and anyway, to improve the situation for the Italian people. This should start from the economy, to support family, to increase the salaries. Because if young Italians are leaving because the salaries are miserable, I understand that. I understand very well if an Italian decides to say, and they're not happy to leave. They're not happy today, they were not happy 50 years ago, they were not happy 100 years ago, and they were not happy 150 years ago. All the Italians who left Italy were not happy to leave, but they were forced, because if there's no job, if the salaries are so low, so I can even see that there is a plan behind them. So don't let me say words that I don't want to say, but they seriously make me think. Come on, I have a brain. I'm using my brain and try to do 2 plus 2. Sometimes 2 plus 2 is not always 4. Sometimes in some cases 2 plus 2 can even be 3 or 5. Anyway, or let's say, or the last thing I want to say, or is there an intention by the government or institutions? I'm not talking only about the government, but the institutions in general, which are represented by both, by one side and the other side, to not do anything on purpose to change this trend? This is my big question. because this is what I see. I see that there's no zero. Now, I'm not in touch with Giorgia Meloni. I wish the best for her, and I wish the best for Italy. I wish the best to everyone. But do we see any actions? Do we see anything working in the direction that we are going to make Italy prosperous? For me, it doesn't look like we are going in that direction. Then, if I have to think in a selfish way, let's say from Antonio Mantarecchia point of view, in my understanding, okay, things for me are fine. I'm sorry for all the other people. What can I do? Because in the end, they are forcing people also to be selfish. Then it works like me, that I'm selfish. I don't care about one side. I don't care about the other side. But normal people generally take one position and they go against another, and the other position goes against the other. In this way, obviously, the classic dividi et impera. It's ruling the situation. And again, then I'm gonna close the video. I think there is not, for me, it's on purpose created this way to simply not let Italy improve. So that's all I wanted to say. Now, it's more than 20 minutes video. I hope you have enjoyed this video, my friends. Let me know under the comment section your opinion. If for you I've touched properly the goal, the core of this topic. Then I forgot to say, please put like and subscribe if you like this channel, where I like to talk about the good, the bad, the properties, and all we have to know about Italy. It takes 2 seconds and it doesn't cost anything. Now, another great news. Soon I will reach 2,000 subscribers, which is a great goal achieved for me. I would never had thought I could achieve this result. For me, 2,000 subscribers is a massive goal, is a massive achievement. Obviously, I have no targets. I hope I'm gonna grow as much as possible, but anyway, in the end, obviously, I have to be able to give quality content. And time to time, anyway, in this chat that I'm making, expat expectations, discussing about general things about Italy, and showing the properties and the life in the south of Italy, so on. My friends, again, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love, to my next video. Bye for now. Bye.